When I arrived at the hospital to see my newborn, the nurse said, "Your husband already took the baby home an hour ago." I don't have a husband. The words didn't make sense. I stood there staring at Nurse Tracy, waiting for her to laugh and say she was joking, but she just kept smiling and holding her clipboard like this was completely normal. There must be a mistake. I gave birth alone. No one was supposed to pick up my daughter except me. Oh, he was so sweet. He had all the paperwork and knew everything. Your due date, your mother's maiden name for verification, even what you named the baby. I grabbed the counter to steady myself. What did he look like? Tall, dark hair, wearing scrubs. He had a hospital badge and everything. Knew your full name, your birthday, all the security questions we asked. I fumbled for my phone and pulled up my ID, my birth plan that explicitly states I'm a single mother. The restraining order against my ex-boyfriend Luke. The nurse's face drained of color. Oh my god, but he knew everything. How did he? I was already running toward the security office while dialing 911. The hospital administrator met us at the door, and within minutes, 2 police cars were in the parking lot. They pulled me into a small room that reeked of stale coffee and sanitizer. Security footage loaded on the screen, and I watched a man in medical scrubs walk through the maternity ward entrance. He had my baby in a carrier, walking casually past nurses like he did this every day. I'd never seen his face before. Who was that? The detective rewound and zoomed in. The man's features were clear now, but completely unfamiliar. I don't know him. Something felt wrong though. The way he moved his hands when he talked to the nurses. How he shifted his weight from foot to foot. I'd seen someone move like that before. More footage played. He'd walked in at 2 p.m., headed directly to the right floor without asking for directions. Had documents ready when staff questioned him, then left with my 3-day-old daughter 20 minutes later. No hesitation. Like he'd rehearsed it. License plate shows he's driving a blue pickup truck, the detective said, pointing at the parking lot camera. Rented yesterday with cash. I watched him strap my baby into the back seat. She was so small in that carrier, so vulnerable. His phone rang and he stepped away to answer it. When he came back, the detective's expression had changed. "We got an ID, Mark. Mean anything to you?" My breath caught. "That's my ex's brother, Luke's brother. Mark's got a clean record, works selling medical equipment," explains the badge and scrubs. Everything clicked into place. Luke had been locked up for 6 months on assault charges. I was the one who'd put him there after he'd beaten me so badly I ended up in the ER. The trial was in 3 weeks. Have they been in contact? The detective scrolled through records. Mark's visited Luke 4 times since September. Luke's also been calling his mother twice a week. He paused. "Did Luke know you were pregnant?" My hands started shaking. His mom knew. She wouldn't stop sending letters trying to guilt me into dropping the case. I told her about the baby thinking it would make her understand why I needed Luke away from us. She must have told him everything. He's been setting this up for months. Probably walked Mark through every detail. Your information, the hospital layout, what questions they'd ask, all from his jail cell. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. The message made my vision blur. "You destroyed my future. Now watch me destroy yours. Drop those charges by 5 p.m. or she's gone forever." Below it was a photo of my daughter on a couch I didn't recognize, still wrapped in her hospital blanket. The detective traced the phone to a prepaid burner activated yesterday, but they tracked Mark's rental truck to a house 40 miles away, a property owned by Luke's mother. The drive there felt like hours, even though it was only 30 minutes. Police surrounded the house. Through the window, we could see Mark pacing while talking on the phone. The negotiator tried calling, but Mark wouldn't answer. Then my phone rang. It was Luke, calling from jail. "Drop the charges. Tell them you lied. Do it now, or Mark doesn't give her back." My voice was shaking. "Luke, please. She's 3 days old. She needs to be in a hospital. She needs her mother. You should have thought about that before you destroyed my life. I gave you everything and you put me in here. You attacked me. You broke my ribs because you were leaving me after everything I did for you." The detective was signaling something. They had movement inside the house. "Luke, if you ever loved me, don't do this to an innocent baby. She's your daughter too." Silence. Then, "She's not mine. I know she's not mine. You cheated on me. That's why you left." "I never cheated. I left because you were abusive." More silence. Then crying on the other end. "I just wanted you back. I thought if Mark took the baby, you'd need me. You'd come back and we'd be a family." Through the window, we saw Mark put down my daughter on the couch. He was crying too, hands on his head. The front door opened. Mark walked out with his hands up. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." Luke said she would come back to him. He said it was the only way. I didn't know what else to do. Mark got 5 years for kidnapping. Luke got an additional 10 years added to his sentence and lost visitation rights permanently. My daughter is 6 months old now and healthy. I moved to a different state and changed our names.